There you are. I was looking everywhere for you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rin. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Before I get started, I want to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody who's watching this the day it is posted. It is my favorite holiday because it is a very plushie-centric holiday, and in my life philosophy, plushies make everything better. But today I'm super excited because I am painting your request. In my video before last, the video I painted an all green spread, I had asked if there was anything you guys would like to see me paint because I had been struggling with art block so much, and Tadora4990 very kindly commented that a couple dancing would be really pretty to see, and so that is where this painting started. I drew this girl ballerina first, and I ended up thinking a lot about Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle, and so I decided I wanted to make her and the other ballerina very much inspired by Howl and Sophie. I'm sure the majority of people who watch my videos probably know what Howl's Moving Castle is. If you haven't seen it though and you've been thinking about watching it, highly recommend. The film is one of the most visually beautiful animated films I have ever seen, as are all Ghibli films. They're just so stunning. If you are a fan of animation and you have not watched a Ghibli film yet, please click off this video. Don't even finish this video. Stop, go watch Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo, Spirited Away, Porco Rosso is great, The Wind Rises, oh my gosh, Laputa. I gotta make some Laputa fan art and post on YouTube because I feel like that film is very underrated, and to me personally, might be the most visually stunning Ghibli film. It is beautiful. But anyway, enough of a Ghibli rant. Painting the Howl-inspired ballerina was pretty simple because there's not a lot of color going on, and I wanted it to be like Howl with his black hair, so everything was pretty straightforward. And then I started painting the ballerina that is inspired by Sophie, and I really enjoyed painting her because I took a lot of extra time rendering the skin, as you'll see me doing here, and I added a lot of pinks and reds to it in certain spots just to try to convey some of the warmth and the blood under her skin, and I really enjoyed doing that. But I also feel like it really helped make her look just so much more alive and added so much life to the painting as well. I also, when I was sketching this out, I really enjoyed that process as well because this started purely just from like my imagination, and then I did end up looking up reference photos of ballerinas just to make sure that I was getting their poses at least somewhat accurate to what a ballerina's pose would actually look like. And I loved drawing her skirt, and I love drawing skirts and just getting like, there's just so much interesting line movement you can do with that shape, as well as hair and sleeves on shirts. I think they're all very fun to draw because of the practice and skill you can build up just from trying to make those lines super interesting. I also want to say Habs1 also commented on the all green spread video and said that it would be really cool to see a spread done with art supplies that I don't use very often or had maybe forgotten about. But I actually don't really have anything like that. Everything you see me use in my videos is pretty much all I have. So I just tried to use a little bit of everything I own on this particular painting. Another thing that was really nice about the sketching process of this was that this piece was very much a really nice balance of doing something I'm really comfortable with while also learning something new and practicing certain skills, because I'm super comfortable drawing people, but I also got to work on my anatomy skills and also got to practice drawing hands which if you watch my last video, you know I talked about really losing some of my skill in drawing hands because I haven't been practicing. So even though I was definitely kind of lazy in some ways drawing these hands, I still got some practice in doing them, so that was super nice as well. I think it's a good reminder that if you like push yourself to practice something that you really are just not interested in learning, you can burn out a lot easier. So for me, drawing these hands was a really nice balance of practicing them and working on some skills, but also just kind of taking it easy at the same time. Here I felt really impatient and I was really debating if I wanted to line the dancers in colored pencil or use ink, and I just couldn't decide, and I really wanted to see if I could make the black hair like look more smooth, because I know I've talked about this, but I always get so nervous putting down black watercolor, and I usually just really slowly build it up. So anyway, I just decided to go over it with colored pencil and add some details just for like my own peace of mind. And later in the video, you'll see I do end up lining everything with colored pencil. And then on the right side of the page, I had done this diamond pattern that I was really inspired by Hal's jacket at the start of the film. So I painted it blue and pink and then yellow on the outsides. And then also a little later in the video, you will see I go over all of those colors with a metallic watercolor just to add some sparkle and I guess like flair to the page, because Hal is so dramatic and I just kind of wanted to add that into the piece of art as well. I also want to give a lovely shout out to these lovely commenters on my last video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you would like a shout out in next week's video, leave a pink ribbon emoji in the comments down below, because that makes me think of Sophie, or the hat emoji for Sophie's Hat Shop as well. And I would love to give you a shout out in next week's video. I also am super thankful that this painting pretty much, I think, cleared my art block. I have some ideas I want to work on. I already know what I want to do for next week's video and then the video the week following that. But still, if there is anything else you'd be interested in seeing me draw in my style, let me know and I will definitely try to get to that if at all possible. So I did, as I said, end up lining this all with colored pencil, and I ended up deciding to do purple. I didn't want to do black. I wanted it to be a softer color, which generally I used purple and blue and pink, and I didn't film all of it here, but I did go back over that purple in some sections with blue and pink. And then I was a little undecided what color I wanted to line this diamond pattern in, because I also didn't want to do black, but I wanted to do it a different color than what I used for the dancers. So I ended up using a slate gray. I think it was like a blue gray, and it looked really nice. I'm really glad with how that turned out. And then of course doing all my highlights with my Posca pen, as I do every time. Adding highlights is always so satisfying. It always adds so much life into the characters. So yeah, this is how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, lovely morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it is you're watching it. Thank you for watching to the end, and I will see you in next week's video. Remember to be kind and stay cozy.